took me a long time to choose what I want to do when I grow up as a doctor. And it was a certain point that I realized that only pediatric medicine works for me because children are so different from adults. My first month of my job, that was about 4:30 in the afternoon. I heard the speaker says code blue in the emergency department. Code blue means major trauma. I remember coming there and seeing the resuscitation room, and in the center, a small bed with a 5-year-old child. Car went over him, over his head. So he was found unconscious with a tube in his mouth, ventilated and resuscitated. And his head was wide open, and I could see his brain. Just doing the initial assessment, I thought, well, we don't have a lot of chance to save this kid. We stopped the bleeding here. We started infusing blood and fluids until we stabilized his blood pressure. And we rushed with him to a CT scan when we realized he has severe injuries in his brain, of course. At that point, we realized that time is very, very important and you need to get to a neurosurgeon in a timely fashion. When we got to Schneider Medical Center, I just put him myself in the OR, boom. And he went to a complicated surgery. The next day, somebody told me that he died, but it wasn't true. I was crying. I felt like we did a horrible job because it was so complicated and the kid was so miserable and there wasn't a lot to do. I felt like I could have done better. However, 5 months ago, a father comes into the emerge with a kid. The kid is wearing a cascade, walking, mild limp, and playing with an iPhone. And I'm taking off the cascade and I see that he's missing part of his skull. And I say, I think I know you. Were you hit by a car about 6 months ago? And he said, oh yeah. I have to admit, I never thought that he'll have a chance to walk or talk or definitely play with his iPhone. And he's amazing now. What crosses my mind when I take care of children like that is that there is no second chance. You're doing what you were meant to do, and I cannot mess up. I only have one chance to save life. This kid, I can tell you medically, he didn't have a lot of chance to begin with. And I'm so very happy that we were able to bring him back to life.